भारत के प्राणी सर्वेक्षण अंडमान और निकोबार क्षेत्रीय केंद्र ने 13 से 17 अक्टूबर 2025 तक भारतीय वन सेवा अधिकारियों के लिए एक सप्ताह का अनिवार्य प्रशिक्षण कोर्स आयोजित किया। यह कोर्स प्राकृतिक संसाधन प्रबंधन और वन प्रबंधन के लिए संघर्ष निपटान कौशल पर केंद्रित है, जिसका आयोजन पर्यावरण, वन और जलवायु परिवर्तन मंत्रालय, भारत सरकार के अनुसंधान और प्रशिक्षण प्रभाग द्वारा प्रायोजित किया गया है। इस प्रशिक्षण में विभिन्न राज्यों और केंद्र शासित प्रदेशों से 30 वरिष्ठ स्तर के IFS अधिकारियों ने भाग लिया। 5 दिवसीय प्रशिक्षण में कक्षा शिक्षण, स्वराज द्वीप, बाराटांग, चिड़िया टापू, बायोलॉजिकल पार्क का क्षेत्र भ्रमण और दक्षिण अंडमान के बुमानेला में ज्वारीय मरीन जैव विविधता पर हाथों हाथ प्रशिक्षण शामिल है। इस कार्यक्रम का उद्घाटन डॉक्टर RSC जयराज, IFS सेवानिवृत्त पूर्व प्रधान मुख्य वन संरक्षक अंडमान और निकोबार द्वीप समूह ने मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में किया। विशेष अतिथि के रूप में डॉक्टर दिलीप कुमार, IFS सेवानिवृत्त पूर्व प्रधान मुख्य वन संरक्षक मध्य प्रदेश और डॉक्टर S दिनेश कन्नन, IFS वन्य जीव के मुख्य वन संरक्षक पर्यावरण और वन विभाग उपस्थित रहे। कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत दीप प्रज्वलन के साथ हुई। डॉक्टर C सेवा पेरुमल ने ZSI के संक्षिप्त इतिहास के साथ सभी का स्वागत किया।
डॉक्टर RSC जयराज, IFS फॉर्मर प्रिंसिपल चीफ कंजर्वेटर फॉरेस्ट अंडमान निकोबार आइलैंड्स। Special guest Dr. Dilip Kumar, IFS, former Principal Chief Conservator Forest, Madhya Pradesh. Dr. S. Dinesh Kannan, IFS, Chief Conservator Forest, Wildlife, Department of Environment, Forest, Andaman Nicobar Islands. I, on behalf of Zoological Survey of India, welcome you all to this inaugural function and extend my sincere thanks for accepting our invitation. Invited guest from Forest Department, Pondicherry University, public representatives, all the participants of this 5 days training course, my dear colleagues, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen. It is give me a great pleasure welcome you all for this today's inaugural function. I, on behalf of Director Zoological Survey of India, let me warmly welcome you all here this morning. This training course is sponsored by the Research and Training Division, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. Sir, Zoological Survey of India regularly conducting this kind of training, particularly this IFS training. Last 3 years we are conducting, sir, sponsored by our MOF. Besides IFS training, we are also conducting training for stakeholders and other services other than forest officials. Next month we have 2 courses, and since 2020 we are conducting stakeholder courses. Also we do conduct a green skill development course under the Skill India mission, which was started way back 2017. So far we have trained more than 170 unemployed youth of these islands, and most of them they employed various departments, and also some of them they started their own bird watching as a field guide. And under the Department of Science and Technology, we do conduct accelerator union program for high-end workshop for MSc and PhD students. That also since 2020 we are conducting. And we do conduct a seminar, symposium sponsored by other ministry like Earth Sciences and other ministries. Also, you know, during your period we have conducted training for frontline forest officials. Of course, we do go and give the training whenever need, but we have conducted structured training for frontline officers as requested by Department of Environment, Forest. And also, since 2017, IGNFA, CASPOS and Tamil Nadu Forest Academy, whenever they bring their trainees, they made a compulsory visit to Zoological Survey of India, and we are briefing about the biodiversity of Andaman Nicobar Islands, and also what are the collaborative work we are doing with the Department of Environment, Forest and other line department in the islands. And also we are happy to say that recently our ministry sanctioned formerly NV Center, now EACP Center on Island Biodiversity. That is Environmental Information Awareness, Capacity Building and Livelihood Program, which we have started last September. That also we have, sir. Under the banner of EACP, we do conduct training for students, teachers, PRI members and other members, not only within South Andaman, sir. My team going other part of islands, Middle Andaman, North Andaman, and last year they went to Little Andaman also. This year we are planning for action to Southern group. Great Nicobar, Little Nicobar and Central Group also we are planning, sir. Sir, particularly this training exclusively designed on natural resource management and conflict resolution skill for forest management for a period of 1 week, particularly for the Indian Forest Service officers. And the objectives of training course are provide an exposure on current scenario in integrated management of ecotourism and biodiversity conservation, facilitate understanding of various conservation approaches and good wildlife management practices and natural resource management, to focus on the need of sustainable management of the earth depleting natural resources such as clean water, clean energy, minerals and biological resources in relation to growth of human populations, and to understand climate change adaptation in different ecosystems. Sir, we have received a nomination of 47 participants from ministry, sir. Out of 31 accepted, but yesterday only one participant they withdraw his nomination. They are from various state and union territories, from Agmod Kadar, Assam, Meghalaya, Bihar, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Manipur, Nagaland, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal, sir. The present course designed both the classroom exercise as well as field visit, and first day and last day there will be a theory classes in the same auditorium, and tomorrow we are going to Rani Jhansi Marine National Park to see that eco-development activities and also wildlife park management, and we will be taking to Baratang to see the limestone cave mangrove ecosystem and integrated management of coastal and marine protected areas in Baratang Island, and we will be taking to Mahatma Gandhi Marine National Park as well as Chidiyat Biological Park to see marine biodiversity as well as endemic fauna of our island ecosystem, and the last day we will have closing and theoretic classes. Distinguished participant, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I extend my sincere thanks to my director Dr. Dirti Banerjee and RT Division of Ministry of Environment Forest for sponsoring this course, and other officials and my colleagues. I would also express my gratitude to all the speakers here. Dr. Jairaj sir also one of the speaker, Dr. Dilip Kumar also one of the speaker, Dinesh Kannan also is one of the speaker is here, and Dr. Isa is here, and Dr. Deepak Abde. So thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation with the short notice and also coming over here. We look forward to have successful training program over next 5 days, and I strongly encourage you all to become actively engaged in various course session and discussion. I am sure that you all will feel enriched with knowledge after completion of this 5-day training course. I welcome you all once again to this 5 days training course. Ladies and gentlemen, let me once again thank all the speakers, our chief guest of honors, and all participants. Once again, thank you.
डॉक्टर दिनेश कन्नन और डॉक्टर दिलीप कुमार ने अभिनंदन संबोधन दिया.
Today's function, Dr. RSG Jairaj sir, retired PCF Andaman and Nicobar Islands, respected guest of honor, Dr. Dilip Kumar sir, retired PCF from Madhya Pradesh, Dr. C. Sivaperumal, Additional Director, Zoological Survey of India, Andaman and Nicobar Regional Center, and course director for this 5-day program, and his team, and the eminent speakers from different parts of the country, scientists and senior officers from different departments, public representatives, and the esteemed participant officers of Indian Forest Service. I am glad to welcome every one of you to these beautiful Emerald Islands, Andaman Nicobar Islands. When I am seeing the portfolio of the officers present over here, I am surprised to see that officer has come from northernmost part of the country, that is Jammu and Kashmir, and westernmost part of the country, Gujarat, and eastern part of the country, Manipur and Mizoram. All have joined here in southernmost part of the country, that is Andaman and Nicobar Islands, for this 5-day training program. Dr. C. Sivaperumal has meticulously planned this 5-day training program in such a way that the training is not only restricted to the classroom sessions but also in the field sessions. This will be an interesting and fun-filled learnings for many of you with respect to the forest and wildlife management in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands is having the geographical area of 8,249 square kilometer in which 7,171, that is 87% of the geographical area is managed by the forest department. And the total area has been distributed in so many islands, 856 islands, islets and rocky outcrops are there. Among these 856 islands, only 31 islands are inhabited islands. Remaining all the islands are uninhabited islands. Forest Department has felt the necessity of protecting the islands, not only from encroachment but also conserving the small island ecosystems. So, Andaman and Nicobar Island stands number 1 in the number of wildlife sanctuaries in our country, that is with 96 wildlife sanctuaries. Apart from wildlife sanctuaries, Andaman is having 6 national parks, in which 2 are marine national parks. One is Mahatma Gandhi Marine National Park, which you will be visiting on Wednesday, and the another one is the Rani Jhansi Marine National Park. You will be visiting tomorrow, I suppose. And being close to the equatorial region, Andaman is rich with both floral and faunal biodiversity. We are having giant tropical evergreen forest to the beautiful, pristine, undisturbed mangrove forest. Andaman is having the beautiful 604 square kilometer of beautiful mangrove forest also. Apart from the floral diversity, we are having beautiful marine biodiversity also. Andaman is known for clear blue sky, blue sea along with silver sand and beautiful and colorful corals also. The color of Andaman Sea is being recognized internationally, and you can see that Vivo V30 model is having Andaman blue with the sea as the wallpaper in them. That shows the international recognition of Andaman clean blue sea. Apart from this, we are having gigantic leatherback turtles that is visiting to Andaman and Nicobar Islands, that will be visiting from next month onwards. And we are also having one of the endemic bird, Narcondam hornbill, that is restricted only in the Narcondam Island, that is 7 square kilometer of area. Within that area, we are having a beautiful Narcondam hornbills in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Apart from nature, we are having some beautiful historical monuments also, Cellular Jail, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Island, the then Rose Island, and Viper Island. And Andaman is also known for water sports activities, adventure activities like scuba diving, snorkeling, sea walk, submarine, and many more are there. Water sports activities are there. I hope your 5 days stay over here you will be experiencing few of these activities over here, and also you will be visiting many of the monuments and along with the forest and wildlife management activities. In end of the session, 5-day, I hope that you will be getting totally different perspective of forest and wildlife management in the island ecosystem, and also from the Department of Environment and Forest, we are also expecting some possible solutions wherever possible from your side. Finally, I take this opportunity to thank Dr. C. Sivaperumal for giving me an opportunity to stand before you on this inaugural function.
There is no word to explain about beauty of this Andaman Nicobar. And if you see that the relevance of this training topic, natural resource management and conflict resolution is skill for the forest officers. So this is one of the very good topic that has been chosen by the ZSI. So with this, I respected Kanun Sahab and is chairman of this Dr. JSC Jairaj and Dr. Siva Peruman, additional director Andaman Nicobar, and all distinguished participants. And I want to ask a very, very important pertinent question. Can we afford to live without natural system, or we can live without the wildlife or natures? I think your answer will be no. So for the qualitative living, for the quality of the life, one has to manage, one has to sustain the wildlife and the natural resources, And if I give you this bit statistics of that natural resources, see, in 1950s, the total population was 33 crores, and this today we stand that it's something 142 crores. And if you see the world population, something 8.1 billion as of 2024. And if you see the capacity of the earth is something, it has enhanced, means it has some limitation to sustain the people, sustain the life. Here the question comes that now the resources are limited, and all the living beings on this planet, they are competing for the same resources, like the water, natural resource, space, or anything. And if you see the overall that earth is something 2/3 of that earth is occupied by the water, and only 1/3 for the remaining this. Now the resource is limited, and your population, human population is also increasing, thus wildlife population is also increasing, but all are competing for the same resources. Naturally, there is some competition, some conflict comes, and for that we have to manage how to resolve the conflict very skillfully, that all the human being and all the this animal wildlife on this planet can live together. And if you see the overall this landscape of the country, 11 geological ecosystems are there in the country as per the ZSI. They have divided into regions. And if you see all the agroclimatic zones, and there are 5 zones which are very important for the flagship species like tiger, for the maintenance of tiger. That is the Shivalik Gangetic plains, and second is our Central Indian landscape, and third Western Ghat, and fourth is this Eastern, and fifth is our Sundarbans. Among all these three, if you see the Sundarban, it has its unique beauty, and if you see the western part, they have the unique beauty, and we have the amounts number of the wildlife species here. And if you see the Western Ghat, we have the more than 4,000 endemic species are there. As same the case here, Andaman Nicobar, as per the ZSI report 2012, it was estimated that about more than 11,000 species are there. Such a small island where we have something more than 8,000 square kilometers, the Iskana was telling, and 40% species they are endemic. And for the survival of endemic species, all you know what is the endemic species and what are the endangered species. They have some specific geolocation. They have the niche ecosystem where they can survive. And not only the particular species, along with that endemic species, so many other species also, survival of that species also depend on endemic species. So survival of the endemic species is a big question, and it's a big challenge. In case of tiger, we can talk about the landscape management. We have to see the planning as per landscape. We have to integrate all the human resources, social, economic, political. So many things are there. And if you take along all the things, then only can you manage the tiger problem. But here, if you manage the endemic species as a niche species for particular region, then you can manage that entire species of particular region. And some report says that if one endemic species goes extinct, so many other 20 species they also get extinct. So the maintenance or we have to maintain such a ecological balance where the endemic species and endangered species they are saved. And for who is the main culprit for this? And we are all the human activities, they ultimately affect the survival of wildlife or nature's life on this planet. And if you see why we are responsible, maybe that our activities, they affect some species conservation also, they affect all the ecological balance also, they affect also so many things also. So indirectly they affect, and we emit lot of the carbon dioxide also, CO2. You know, the CO2 concentration is also increasing in the atmosphere. And if you see the 1700 centuries, it was only 180 to 200 ppm CO2 concentration in the atmosphere, and 1800 it is something 200, and 1900 it was something 280 ppm part per million. And today, as if today just I was looking that report, it's more than 422 ppm per million. And this increase or this concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere is the main cause for the affecting our the life. And we talk about this global warming. The CO2 concentration is one of the factors which affect our climate change. Climate change, you see, in different form, it has some very cascading effect that affecting the life on the planet. This year, if you compare last 5 years, the extreme weather events, something happening every year, the extreme weather reports are increasing. And if you see the number of the floods, numbers of drought, number of events are there increasing. And so many landslides also, they are affecting the life on the planet. And if you talk about the purple frog, in that because of landslide, that species of the frog they get extinct. Here in the Andaman, if you recall that 2004 that tsunami experienced, it's something changed that ecosystem of that Andaman Nicobar. So our challenge for me is we have to make an assessment of all the flora and fauna in the region, so that we can say if anything goes wrong, if anything any mishap happen, we can say this we lost. So this compilation or this this compilation of this species is very important, just to tell the future generation that we had this beautiful species, beautiful mammals, beautiful birds, beautiful reptiles. As he was talking, that leatherback turtle, it comes next month will come in leatherback turtle. It's one of the endangered species. And not only this leatherback turtle, Andaman pig also there, Narcondam eels also, so many reptiles also there, so many butterflies also there, so many frog species in the Andaman, they are all endemic. So we need to preserve, and as a forest officer, it's our duty and responsibility that we have to maintain. And you are one of the largest land custodian of the nature, whatever the life on the land is there, it's duty to maintain and preserve, so that we can save, and let us build a future where can be thrive in harmony with the nature, and you can live also and nature can also, and where we can coexist. So this is all from my side. Thank you all.
अपने संबोधन में डॉक्टर जयराज ने वन अधिकारियों से पारिस्थितिक संतुलन बनाए रखने और संरक्षण पर जोर दिया। यह कार्यक्रम मिनी बे के सेशल कोरल को में आयोजित किया गया।
Various management options available in the country, and also how to manage the natural resource. The timber-oriented forest management has moved away through time to present-day natural resource management. We started with timber-oriented management, then went through multi-purpose forest management, then the participatory management, and today we are managing the natural resource at landscape level, not just as a forest or wildlife or environment separately. So this needs a lot of integration, because what happens to the use of one resource affects the use of another resource. Like what happens in agriculture has effect on forestry. What is done in animal husbandry has effect on forestry. What is done in forestry affects agriculture. And like that, everything is interconnected in nature. So as foresters, we are no longer confined to only forest management. We have to see forest together with all other natural resources, both renewable and non-renewable, and see how these are managed in an integrated way, so that the whole system remains intact. So when you talk of integrated natural resource management, automatically when you use the word resource, it implies use. Anything that is not used by humankind is not a resource. It exists as a part of nature, that's all. When you start using, then automatically other things also arise. Like use leads to abuse, it leads to misuse, disuse. So that naturally leads to conflicts. When two conflicting users conflicting demands from various parts of society, they lead to conflicts. So we are at a situation where we have to resolve these conflicts so that everything is managed amicably. So that is the purpose of this training program. We should not call it as a training because all of us have sufficient knowledge of how to manage our resources. Only thing is, many foresters are managing, say, different kinds of natural ecosystems and different kinds of resources, different kinds of conflicts. The people managing the hill resources in, say, the Himalayan ecosystem may not be fully aware of what is happening in the management of island ecosystem. People who are managing the island ecosystems, coastal areas, may not be aware of what is happening in the central Indian forests. So here, this is a platform where you can exchange ideas, share your experience, how things are managed in your cadre, that can be shared among the participants. So it will be a good opportunity for you to interact. And interacting in such a beautiful place, one of the most beautiful places on earth, it makes it more, say, informative and encouraging. So Dr. Sivakumaran has provided you opportunity to move around this place, see how things are managed in the islands, how the conflicts are being managed by different departments. So this will give a lot of understanding. The basic understanding can be applied anywhere, whatever may be the ecosystem you are managing, whether it's Mizoram or whether it's Gujarat or Madhya Pradesh, anywhere. So I wish all the participants to enjoy the training here. No, not a training, enjoy the learning here, learn amongst yourselves, exchange ideas, interact with the resource persons who have come here all the way from different places, and go back with very good memories of this place and also very good learning of how things are managed in an island ecosystem. Because many of you may not get a chance to work in islands and coastal areas, but it's a good learning for any forester to understand the basic concepts of resource management and conflict resolution. I wish you a very happy stay here and enjoyable learning.